Mr. Darius Ross.
All right.
What are you doing, buddy?
Taking care of puppy, working and hunting. That's about it.
That's about it, huh? A little black and tan in your hands. Tell me about your black and
Mm-hmm.
tans. Are you sitting there rubbing it like you love it? So tell me how much you love this sport and what got you into black and tans, buddy?
What got me in the black and tan was I was given a Nelson Northern Cass Jr. son by Mr. Wesley White in Performance, South Carolina. I had already been coon hunting, but I just wanted to branch off on my own. And there's a group Facebook page called South Carolina Coon Hunter, and I had made a post that I was looking for a dog just to pleasure hunt with, and they messaged me and they gave me that dog for free. And he was a coon dog. I don't
Really?
Yeah, and I'm from Edgefield, and they literally live like 28 minutes away. And he was a coon dog, all coon dog, and that's what made me hooked on this bloodline. I was stuck ever since.
So tell me about the bloodline. What is this bloodline?
It goes back to a female that went to the UKC World Championship top 24 times, Skaggs Black Queen. Um, a lot of the dogs that win today run back to the same bloodline. I done did my own research, asked questions. Poncho, Lefty, Blaze. All these dogs that we think are different running back to the same bloodline. Hunt this bloodline.
Well, and tell me something about the ponchos, the lefties. When you start speaking those names, I know those names, but for the folks out
Mhm.
there that don't know those names, explain those dogs.
They are big in competition hunting PKC. I don't know personally know them, but I just see them on the internet. They're doing a lot of winning and a lot of big things for the breed.
Yeah, yeah. Now with the breed, how do you feel with the breed? Everyone works. Do you feel everyone works together, or what do you think needs to come out of the breed?
Um, it's 50-50, I'm gonna say, because I just started competition hunting with Blaze. I've been a pleasure hunt my whole life, and I don't think there's a lot of unison like Walker dogs and other breeds in the black team. It's not really. It's more of I got the best, but we should all be working together to push one breed. I mean, when I look on the internet, we got a lot of puppies on the ground and not a lot of people pushing them. Try to hunt what hunts I can afford, but your average $35 PKC hunt, tell me how many times you see a black and tan. It's rare. Yeah, I've been training dogs with the people that taught me. So I was blessed to see what coon dogs are. And I seen what coon dogs aren't supposed to be by competition. So I kind of use that to my standard and I kind of tweak it with the rule book versus what I want in the dog versus what the rule book says. And you can never find my post. I never call Blaze a coon dog because he just turned 3. It's
Right.
about the journey. And you got to make it to be a coon dog. You can't be a coon dog without putting the work in. I call him a well-started hound. He's not a coon dog. I don't care how many points I put up on the cat. He's not a coon dog.
Yeah. What's a coon dog?
I say once you live a long life of training coons, you accomplish it right before you close your eyes and die. I can say, look, this been a coon dog. A lot of dogs blow up, but they call them coon dogs. And that's
What
not a
age?
coon dog.
What age do you start a dog?
Now,
Right now.
I kind of look at them like I got a litter of 13 right now. My goal was to keep 2 females, but he's showing me characteristics that I'm already liking for hunting. So he's gonna be staying with me. So that's why he's in the cage right now. I let him around the yard. He'll play with everybody off by himself. He was in the yard today checking trees, 8 weeks old. Then I seen squirrels walking around. So I was like, yeah, he's staying. And he had just like his daddy did, just like Blaze. And I said, I can't let him go. I can't.
Yeah.
He'll take it how you give him dog. It's based off the other dogs how they hunt. Like when I go up north, my scorecard always look different than it do down south. It always does. He gonna give you a first and first. I can tell you. Mr. Michael Nation, he in Mississippi. He helped me get the super state after my first year. And even with the small hunts that I was just going warm up hunts just to get a feel for being up north, every cast I've been on, I take a first and first off the gate. Off the gate while I'm looking at other dogs running. It's just like he gonna find a way to get that first point. It's like he smell him when he in the box. You can't shut him up. I mean, most people say, "Oh, he babbling," but he's not babbling. He winning coming. He's just running in with his nose up. But
Yeah.
down here in the south, he know he got to put a package tennis shoes on. He know he got to go find one. He don't mind hustling on the ground. I mean, like last night, I got to hunt with Mr. Grant with Striker. I mean, it was a real good hunt. I mean, Blaze deep this way, Striker deep this way. Nobody covered, and both dogs are hustling. And it just is he's smart in situations you just don't you can't teach that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't take credit for it. I mean, this is my first dog ever started competition. It's just the bloodline and just putting in the hard work hunting. And he don't win every cast and we done lost a lot, but I promise you when he wins, if when everything falls in his favor, he shows out. I will say that. He don't disappoint me ever. I feel like I can win with the country with that dog.
Yeah. Well, and I've noticed that you have went north. You hunt south. You live in the south.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm,
getting into competition hunting here. When you first started
mhm.
competition hunting, what do you think was the hardest obstacle for you to overcome?
I lost a lot of cash for that dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. He won a lot of cash and I blew it. I was just trying to learn the rules like and when you come in the competition world, I hate to say it, nobody gonna hold your hand. So it was just get in, learn, get frustrated. You can read that rule book over, upside down, inside out. You're not gonna know until you out there and you actually be like, oh, I just messed up. And then you go to the next hunt, take them little $35 lessons and keep going. But the more you go, it's like you just get comfortable. I mean, and you're gonna have to realize some situations the cards not just gonna fall in your favor. You can't win them all you do is just take what the dog give you and call the dog what he did and just be proud that he gave you a shot. And I would say it's hard to win the cast in South Carolina. I hate to say it. There's a lot of guys that can probably go on a bigger level that hunted these smaller hunts that people don't overlook that can probably outhandle a lot of top hunters. It's rough to put money on the dog in South Carolina because they can say what they want to say, but you got to have a dog in South Carolina. And you got to know your stuff when you come to these hunts. When I first hunted a pro sport hunt, I went a night before. I hunted him in a truck hunt at 17 months old. Judas Baldwin gave me some advice. He was like, go to the terrain which you hunted a couple of days before. Most of those dogs are already there hunting. I mean, even if you pleasure hunt, you find a $35 hunt. So before I went to Black and Tan days, I was up there on Tuesday. I was already hunting before everybody else came. I was pleasure hunting by myself. I got there at 12 o'clock at night. I slept 3 hours, 3:30 in the morning. I hunted all the way to 6:30 in the morning, tree and coming. And then I slept all day, put them in the cast. And just to see, get them adjusted. And I went hunting after the cast. And then I was sick Thursday. And then we hunted Friday. It's a lot of preparation that people don't think about. It's a lot that go into it. A lot. I was kicking my guts out. I had a high fever. I got bit by a tick and then I thought it was gone and it came back. I really wasn't gonna hunt Friday, but I was like, I'm here. And I was dizzy when I got to the fairgrounds. I was like, okay, we just gonna do it. I was drinking Pedialyte and Powerade and I said, we just gonna swing. We swung. And I had double deuce on my cast and another guy. And thankfully, everything just fell in my favor. And we treated 31 coons in 3 nights up there. Last time I trained 8 puppies while I was competition in Blaze. I kind of got to get a feel of their personality before I even start fooling with them. I just let a puppy be a puppy. So I got to see who's gritty. Okay. I may go out there bang pots and pans. Who's skittish? I do a lot of daytime walks. I walk them through the woods one by one. Like I'll pull them by themselves, see who's going to be scared of water. These puppies I got now that I'm keeping, my male and my female, are going to be introduced to swamps before they even know what a coon is. Like I'm just going to let them be puppies. Um, Once I started doing drags with them, I make sure they could do drags in the daytime, and then I started doing drags at nighttime. I made sure I'm a coon or two in a cage. After that, I throw water on the way that once they treat that, it just take them to the woods and let the bloodline come out. Just let the rest come out.
Let's we're taking them to the woods. We're flat starting.
It depends on the bloodline. Every line is different. I hunted a blue tick that was packing but when Dre, I mean, you gotta do your research. That's where you go do your personal research. If you want a fast starting dog, you gotta go hunt with I say go hunt with the parents. I don't care about pedigree. Like I tell a lot of people, if you want to put me off a Blaze, come hunt with Blaze. So you can see. I'm not guaranteed they gonna come out like Blaze, but you got a general idea what you're dealing with. So I mean, a lot of people buying puppies and they don't even know what the bloodline is producing. You might have late starters. I mean, I seen some dogs don't click until after they 2.5. the guy that trained me, they used to keep dogs in the barn and start them when they were 2 years old. I mean, times change with super states, and you got the money hunts and everybody want the dog 4 months old when they train. I mean, Blaze was treating that 4 months old wild coon, but I put him back in the kennel because he was too crazy on the tree. He didn't know how to tree right, so I put him up. Brought him back out at 8 months old, took him out of the first season of game management, and he tree split from the older dogs. And that's how I kind of knew he was ready. I'm not gonna lie to you. And before we went to his first cast, somebody told me Alex Christian. That's where I bought it from. I was keeping up tabs with him, getting like, hey, Blaze doing this, Blaze doing that. Okay, I started keeping a book. Before I took him to his first hunt, he treated 250 coons, and they won on field. I hunted with Tim Kirby in Saluda, South Carolina. He convinced me, hey man, you need to take this dog to a hunt. And I don't care about this hunt. I don't care. I don't care. He said, just ride with him. So I rode over there with him. And he just explained me striking and treating. That's all I did. And I scored 575. He was 15 months old.
Man, I love it. I love it. What are some do's and don'ts in training?
Leave that shot collar alone. Maybe you don't know what you do. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Stop trying to man make dog. If I The biggest problem, and I don't want to step on nobody's toes, people try to man make independence. And you can know what it look like when you go on a cast and you got an independent dog that's treeing coons. I hate to see a dog that's man made and he can't go find his own track because that might be the only track in that block of wood, but they shot the dog so much that he'll just circle around you and maybe tree 30 yards off of you with a slick, but he not gonna come to your tree. But this time of year to be a circle at least, but the winter time, I've just seen it so many times that man-made dogs is pulling up 300 yards over there. Or if you over here, and you tree, and next thing you know, you hear a dog over there fall tree that it just come out of nowhere, just fall tree, and you have to put the two on, it's moving. It's just, I don't like that. Or a form of hunting off dogs. Everybody think they can make independence. You can't. It's natural. It's in them. They'll start to backtrack and cover like, hey, no, go back to being independent. And you can I call that finishing touches. And big shout out to BJ Marshall in Georgia. When other dogs were falling slick, Blaze to block the country, he would try to come back in pocket and hunt around another dog, but he would not cover. And I had to use the TT-15 to break that and the switch and just sending them on. And it literally took 3 weeks. It messed him up a little bit, but you know what I mean? But he got the idea. And after that, we never had that problem. But I see a lot of people that they'll burn that button up and they ruin a lot of dogs, especially as a puppy. Now, I believe in teaching them recall, but in the yard with a TT-15, but I wouldn't put it on them until they either wise and mature enough with tone, introducing them to tone and call them using them with treats. And I recall with treats and I introduce tone and I use it on a low set and everybody let it crank it up to 18 and just use it. You'll ruin a dog like that in a heartbeat. You kill their spirit. Once you kill a hound spirit, you have no more hound. That dog is finished. I don't care how much you try to bring it back. It's over. And
Okay,
that's what's
so
so precious about starting dogs. Like a lot of people don't realize it. Once you ruin that dog, it's over. It's over. If you break his spirit, once you break his spirit completely, it's over. I don't care what nobody says. And I've seen a lot of dogs' spirit get broke because of that cause.
just had a conversation with a good friend of mine, and I told
Mm-hmm.
him, I said, let me tell you something right now. Don't ever take a dog's spirit away from him.
Mm-hmm.
If he loses that spirit, that's it. Lose a lot of spirit when you start hitting that button, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Take the
And
soul
I
out of one.
think it's a lot of ego because with competition hunting, especially PKC, I gotta show that I can keep up. And it's the journey of you don't have to fake it to make it. You speeding up a process. Okay, yeah, you might win a few casts here and there, but when the hunting get hard, dog gonna fall. When there's two coons in that one block of woods and he can't cover and he got to blow out to go get another one, you'll see what you really got.
You're going to find out real fast, ain't you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You find out. He found out real fast. He found out real fast.
What would you say is some bumps along the road that you really had to learn?
Ooh, boy. Woo, I was a hothead because I was the one. You cheating me. I can't stand this. y'all cheating me, and they'll just take their little check, take the little win slip, and keep on going. But when you realize it's a game, that's how you play. But I mean, I'm gonna play the game, and I'm not gonna let you walk the dog with me. But I'm not. This one thing I'm never gonna do. I'm not gonna not help nobody look for their coon. If you honestly got a coon, I'll show it to you. Can nobody not say that? And I'm not going. I'm not gonna be the person that I saw people mistreat me on the cast. So when people come on me on the cast, I feel like I can go anywhere across the country and hold a scorecard, and I want you comfortable with me. I don't want people to know my name. Oh, I'm with Darius Ross. I gotta worry about him screwing me. And before I went this Black at 10 days, I scored 525. I didn't have no problem with nobody on the cast. None. None. If you think you hear your dog, you pulling that way, I can hear you. If your dog .83, I promise you, I can hear your dog. I can hear real far away. I don't get deaf on people. You know, a lot of people like to get deaf. I
Yeah,
promise you, a lot of people don't like it. If you beat me, you beat me. I mean, you just had a better dog that night. That's all it is.
that's right. That's right.
A lot of people can't take a loss, I believe.
You just nailed it.
But if you know what you're feeding and you really know you got a good dog, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what this scorecard say. You know what you're feeding, you know what you're packing. It don't matter.
Like I tell everybody all the time, he might be a piece of crap, but he's my piece of crap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
I
right
feed
along
him.
with you.
I feed
Mm-hmm.
him. I don't care what you think. It's what I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, and now you had a hunt not long ago, and it was with Norman Starling.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, tell us a little bit. You know, we're talking about personality. We're talking about personalities and stuff like that. How did you handle
Mm-hmm.
yourself? You were a class act in that deal.
I already looked up on Norm and I've been seeing his videos. So I use it for a training experience. Hunter Garner in Georgia was like, hey, you want to go north and hunt? I said, why not? This training experience for my dog, free ride. Why not? Let's go do it. Bump. I literally hunted doggone Blaze and they 90 minutes didn't go good. It was a bunch of slick trees. I mean, we was in the hole and I'm like, okay, can I get us out this hole? And I was like, okay, I got it. Blaze was in the box the whole ride up there. Walked them around a couple times. The whole 90 minutes they hunted. I literally took him out the box, put a T5 on him. I asked him what we were hunting. And he's like, the coon's not moving that good. And I'm like, we up north. If you can't get a coon, something wrong. And then I went in there and struck. Then he was trying to do something funny. My dog ran the wood line and cut in, and then he come back. And when he was working back towards us, he tried to throw a light on my dog, and his dog was already over there trying to. He was digging in a hole. And Blaze come tree, and he had a coon, and he wouldn't let the camera see the coon. He didn't want the dog see the dog digging the hole. The hole didn't go nowhere, and he circled up everything, and then I mean, it was just I don't know. He was just he the type of person that want to change the rule right mid hunt, and I knew it, but it didn't bother me because my dog did what he was supposed to do anyway. I mean, and I was respectful to him to the whole time. But I mean, a person like that really don't matter because you don't competition hunt. I mean, one on ones don't mean nothing at the end of the day. I mean, yeah, you got a fan base, but my goal is when I came to competition, I want to take a black dog and win the UKC and PKC run hunt. That's what I'm looking to do. I mean, if you're not looking to do that, then if you're not going to the top, what you doing it for? Did it to take my dog up north. So right now, Blade's been up north 3 times, but every time we've been up there, I got first and first, and I'm split with Coon. So it's just a good training for a young dog to be able to haul him up north and then bring him back down south. Like that, I mean, that's the ultimate hound. I mean, you take dogs from up south and treat coons or Florida or Georgia. Okay, but how many dogs will come down here and treat coons in the swamp? We all know how that go because I done seen it plenty of times. It don't go the same. It don't go the same.
I
But
can
we
tell you
compare these
this.
dogs based on winnings, but a lot of the bigger hunts are held up north because they got more coons, which I can agree to. But if
That,
I want a
that
complete hound, you better be able to treat one down here. You better be able to treat one up there. That's all I can tell you. I don't want a one-time dog where I got to drive 12 hours to win a calf. I
I've
don't got
been
that kind
doing.
of bacon.
I've been in this business my whole life. I mean, my mama
Mm,
carried me on the swamps on her shoulders, went barefooted. I mean, I've been in this my whole life, and I have
mm.
seen my daddy buy a lot of dogs from up north. And I would say maybe on 50% of them made it.
And it sucks. I mean, the way the game is, what I see is a lot of A lot of people want 25 straight dogs first tree dog, which I can see, but on a bad night of hunting, it don't look too pretty. I mean, I want some with a little bit of colder nose to it. Not nothing that's gonna beat a track. A lot of people think when you say cold nose, it's a dog that's gonna beat a track. No, because Blaze got a cold nose, and I can treat coons in front of you or behind you, beside you, however you want to give it to them. I done treat coons behind people plenty of times, and I get 225 quick just because they running past. So it's just what you looking for. I mean, if you look for the rat race of 0.83, now I do want him to go ahead and go and get 0.83 if he got to, if nothing on the ground moving. And you see it's not hot, okay, too old, get off of it, keep going. Like, go get treated. But I don't want a dog running past coons. So I'm trying to get in where I fit in with my style. And it seemed to be working. I hope it keep
Wouldn't
working.
change it.
Yeah, I hope it
I
works.
wouldn't. What
Mhm.
is your way of getting your dogs ready for a hunt?
Um, Condition. I want them in shape. A lot of times, don't even look at my Facebook. I'll pull all nighters. Like if I'm going to a big hunt the week before, I might hunt 3 nights, starting at sundown and hunt till 2 in the morning. Just took advice from one of my older heads that just gave me some advice. He was like, okay, you got him where you need to be. It's okay to let the dog rest. And I started to notice just giving him a break the night before a big hunt. Oh, he come out the box jammed up, ready to go, like extra jammed up, like ready. So I'm gonna just start giving him a break the night before instead of hunting him all the way through. I was just so big on just hunting, 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 hunting. I mean, but I'm taking advice from Sean. I'm hunting around feed times. I'm noticing Sean Pickney taught this. If you look up the feed times around you, they they pretty accurate. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I hunt in the feed time, I can treat 3 coons and I can pop them up like popcorn. You hunt outside of them before, you might catch a coon slipping on one after maybe, but it's gonna be all cold track. So if I want to grub up a coon, I'm gonna purposely go outside the feed time just to make them work on harder tracks, and then some just rotate, just keep the
Yeah,
dog hunting. That's all I can do. Just switch everything up. I don't never let them just get set with one schedule. I may
yeah.
come home from work, shower, eat dinner, then go at 2 o'clock in the morning, hunt until it's time for me to go to work. Sometimes I do that. I just switch it up.
You
And I
know,
think
and
that's what I'm implementing with training my puppies too. I think I'm gonna start that early. Everybody wants to say, "Oh, I'm gonna go an hour or two." No, I'm gonna start my puppies off the same way I'm training Blaze now. Like last summer, I realized when I was training puppies for other dogs, I mean for other people, I was putting them in calf like situations, and I got to actually see some dogs perform on the competition level and not cover or nothing and striking out. I'm talking about recutting. I just have a buddy with me, and we handling 4 dogs, and we have a calf like situation. We got puppies treated in different areas, just doing it like. I swear, I wish I could have recorded last summer. It was like a movie. And then I have them and I'll take Blade and I'll recut him right through other puppies getting treated. And I'm making him go blow past them and get treated somewhere else. And then go let him get treated while I go to another spot, cut them and come back and get him. I'll leave him treat for 2 hours or so. In the summertime, make him treat just to stay put. Like it
well,
was a
because
lot.
in a hunt, they got to stay put.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's the thing. A lot of folks forget. I used to be bad about running in there to my dog, and my dad said, "Son, slow down. This ain't a race."
yeah, yeah.
That's what he
You
told
go
me.
to a lot of the older heads, they'll tell you if he goes somewhere he ain't meant to be.
That's right, and you don't need him.
Yeah. But I
That
will say this though, I have walked in trees and seen coons crossing over while I'm walking out or like walking in. So I don't know how they move in Florida for y'all, but I believe sometimes on cast when a dog been hooked for 30 minutes or so and he come off that tree back moving, I'm pretty sure that coon done came by that tree. Because I
Darius,
have seen it happen before.
there was a situation in Mississippi. We were hunting Breaking Bad spider, and he was a ACHA world champion.
Hmm.
And Dad was hunting. I was spectating, and Breaking Bad went in there and just slammed one real fast right off the bat. Walked over
Hmm.
there, scored the tree. He had him. We walked 100 yards. Spider rolled right back to where he was treed. Fell treed right, same spot again. That judge said, "Oh no, I hate to do this to you, Mr. Wayne." And Dad said, "Well, it is what it is." Spider
Mhm.
rolled back, and he was so smart. He had that raccoon treat up a small tree on the first tree. He
Mhm.
knew that raccoon was going to come down that tree, and that dog rolled back. We went to him. He was treed up a tree right next to the tree he was just treed on with the same raccoon.
Mm.
And so the
Not
judge
dog.
looked, he said, "We got to plus it up, boys."
Yeah.
It was a different
I
tree.
mean, it's bad break.
Hey, it's bad
I
break.
tell a lot of people though, sometimes just because that raccoon go to the tree, that don't mean he want to stay there. He
Right.
trying to go home. That's his objective. Go home. And it
Yeah.
sucks. Nobody want to be out there recutting in the rain by yourself. I mean, and some of the best hunts I ever had been by myself. I hate to say it, training. Going 3 for 3, 4 for 4 in the rain, recutting. Ain't nobody out there to see it. But thankfully, we got social media, we got these phones. A lot of these hunts that I had with these dogs since the puppy, all the events that I've been telling you about, I got proof. So when he does pass away, I can go back and just look at it. I can just replay it. And hopefully his puppy come out better than me. Because that's why I bred him. I'm not looking to have a puppy meal. I'm trying to outproduce him. So it's just you gotta love it though. You really gotta love it to do it. That's why I say like it's deeper than just competition for me. You really got to love this crap. I mean, you
You gotta
really
live,
do.
eat, and breathe it. You really do. You gotta live, eat,
Hmm.
and breathe this sport. If you really want
Hmm.
to be a big part of this sport and be mainstream in this sport and accomplish, if you want to accomplish things in this sport, you have got to literally put your life into it.
Yeah, and you compete against people that got bigger wallets. I hate to say it. You don't like it. Work harder. That's all you can do. I mean, that's it.
Or get a better
You hunt
dog.
against people that coming in the cash with 10, get a better dog. You coming against a game that people coming with real nice hounds, probably even better than mine. And they got 5 of them. If you don't like it, work harder. I mean, that's how I believe in. A moment I never forgot. I believe when I first went, my first time ever seeing a raccoon tree, I'll never forget. I was hooked for life. We went pleasure hunting, went in Clarks Hill on some game management. And I call them my mentors. I call them old heads, Gene and Mr. George. We go hunt. They argue. They got a single shot 22 rifle. The dog's tree. The coon coming down the tree. Mr. George telling Gene, don't squall no more. Don't squall no more. We're in the middle of a swamp. Everybody waist deep in water and this big palmetto leaves. Like the coon running like on the bottom of it. You can't even see the dogs and they running the coon. The coon coming down. I'm like, he's over here. I see the raccoon. And the raccoon just looking at me scared. And then he looked like he was just about to jump. And the dog studied treeing. I said, don't squall. He over here. And Gene like, I'm gonna shoot him when he comes around. And he a pleasure hunt. I said, he not coming around. Next thing you know, Gene started coming around the barrel. That raccoon seen that barrel. He looked at the barrel and he looked at me and he just jumped. He just spread his eyes wide open. I hit the ground. He was coming from my head. The dog jumped over my back. And I'm looking. And he took his tail while he was coming up the tree, and the dog snapping, and he literally slid on a palmetto leaf and was gone and disappeared. They did not retrieve that from him. And when I say he was out of it, he was gone. He was gone. And you just heard a splash. He jumped in the Savannah River and swam to the Georgia side. Swam the Savannah River. He would not come back to South Carolina. I think he still might be living in Georgia. And we shining him with the light, and the coon just going across the river. I couldn't believe. And I was hooked from that day forward. I was hooked. Boy, I said I was hooked. I was hooked.
Yeah.
7 nights
Yeah.
a week. But when they got old and they started slowing down, that's when I started looking for my own dog to hunt. And then once I got that, I had people competition hunting, training dogs off that old dog I had. Then when he died, I just kept looking for Blaze. And I went Alex Christian in Alabama and I got Blaze. And then we just kicked off.
Well, and you got a litter of puppies on the ground right now, don't you?
Hmm.
Tell me,
13.
13.
13. Mama Junior, she took care of everybody.
What a litter. What a litter. Tell me a little bit about this litter.
Um, I did some research with some black and tan people, and I kind of got lucky with June. I saw a lady had posted in Kentucky, and I bought her, and I let them see the paperwork, and then we went in depth research. I'm not going into details, but it should be a cross that I'm looking at. You get more speed and touch back in deeper, and it looks like an outcross, but he's a cousin of Blade, and I'm looking to get some good things out of this cross. Really. I made this cross for myself. So if people looking to tap into some of the old stuff, I would suggest they get one in public because I'm not gonna breed them to death. But if they don't, they don't. It is what it is. I
Well,
might keep a
shot.
couple some started dogs, but I know I'm keeping mine.
Yeah, yeah.
And I really got a team of good people coming behind me with these dogs. I mean,
What would you say is your favorite part about Blaze?
he got heart in the motor. He really does. I'm not gonna lie to you. It it don't matter. Whatever you want him to do with far tree and a coon, you can take him on the game edge road and cut him right in the road. You can open the box, you can cut him backwards, but you gonna get him off the tree somewhere. Somewhere. It don't matter. And the accuracy. I didn't know how much his accuracy played a part until I started getting in competition with him. No, I don't win a lot of 60-minute hunts. I do sometimes, but not like I would like to. But 90 minutes, especially 2 hours, when it come down to having Parker with looking at eyeballs, you can typically see his coming. It ain't, I mean, it ain't even no question about it. If he part, you looking at a raccoon.
Well, and raccoons win hunts.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, just simply put, I mean, you got to have a coon trader, but you also got to
And
have
I'm
one that'll flat out get out there and hunt.
yeah, and I'm not saying this, and I have multiple people that hunt with me back at home during the hunting season with this dog as a puppy and will tell you, can attest to it. I got plenty of references. I can count on two hands how many times this dog done missed his whole life. And a lot of people call me a liar. Oh, you hunt every night. Yes, I do, but he not leaving my yard. I don't care. He ain't got to fight that. I mean, just the accuracy actually saves you a lot in these hunts. And if you want to go to the next level, you can't have a dog miss too much.
No, no, you cannot have a
Mhm.
dog that's going to miss. So you better have an accurate dog and one that's an
Yeah,
honest dog, And I
yeah.
always try to say a good, honest strike dog. And for when I say honest,
Mhm.
I mean a dog that when he smells something, he bark it. Ooh, it's hard to beat, especially when they're 100 on the other end.
And he typically a 100 strike dog. And the reason why I say that is I've been on cats where he smell coons that other people can't smell. And it's just weird. I don't know. I see him sometimes if he's an aggressive dog around there and they right up on him and they growling. He'll take that 100 strike, let you have it, and keep going. And by the time you get treated with that cone, he already on to the next. It happened at TLC. It was crazy. I heard him throw a locate on a tree, and he's kind of half tree, and two other dogs coming at him. He didn't like it. I wish he would have stayed. But by the time they treated their dogs, he was 500 behind us on the road, and he was parked with another coon. I mean, you can't teach that. You know what I mean? Like, you can't,
That's
you
just
can't.
natural ability.
They walked me right back to where I had to recut again. Send him right toward the other dog that was already hunting. He blew past them and got treed with another coon. By the time we scored a circle and got on the road, I heard him roll his locates. I didn't even trim him. It was crazy. It just you can't teach that. It's just in the bloodline. And I know there's plenty of other dogs out there that does that, but it's just amazing. You gotta find those dogs and you gotta treat them like you gotta treat them special. I mean, you gotta hold on to them.
Well, there's great hounds in every breed. I've always said that. I've never been colorblind when it comes to a good hound. Years ago,
Hmm.
I started with a blue tick. That's where my gene. That's where I cut my teeth.
Hmm.
Blue ticks,
Hmm.
and then my dad he hunted walkers pretty much all his life, but he was never ashamed. We owned a few black and tans, and the ones we owned, they were good hounds.
Hmm.
You
It's
know,
a good
and
dog in every breed. I
I
agree.
really, I do believe that, and I don't care if it's leopards. There's good leopards. It's just about, I think a lot of stuff comes down to training theories,
Hmm. Dog
and
man. That's exactly why.
yeah,
It come out of being a dog, man. If you got the right person behind the right dog, there's no telling what you get there.
I agree. I agree. I think it's just that simple. And the more time you spend with them, the more money is potentially earned.
That's why I'm trying to change the breed. If I can change the breed and get more dog, man, I feel like we can change the black and tan narrative around. That's my goal. I don't know what anybody else's goal is with the black and tan breed. I don't care how many pups I put on the ground. I'm trying to produce dog with titles, honest, and say I had a part of it, just deal with it. And I feel like it's gonna come soon. I'm blessed with the people that's behind me that's coming to be puppets right now. It's just not me. So when they say Darius Ross, I don't want everybody think I'm doing them on. Yeah, I got a lot to play with, Blaze, but it been plenty of pleasure hunters that don't even competition hunt that spent long nights with me going to tree to tree, recutting, driving around, sending blades up the dogs. Like there's a lot of people that I mentioned in that played a role with me training blades. Like, and I gotta give him credit. I'm not gonna be selfish and take all the credit on my own.
Yeah, I give credit where
No.
credit's due, brother.
Hmm.
You know,
Marty
and
Martin,
that
that's my buddy. He don't competition hunt, but when I say he's one of the hardest hunters, I call him the CEO of Countryside Killer. That's my dog. When I say that joker hunt, I mean he hunts. He hunts. You can't get him to go to a competition hunt, but I promise you, if you want to hunt from 6 o'clock in the afternoon to 6 o'clock in the morning, he'll be right there with you. Right there with you. And those are the type of people you need in your circle when it comes to pushing dogs for hunts. You need those kind of people around.
exactly right. That's exactly right. If you have a good team, you can make big things.
Hmm. Yep.
You know. So you're in South Carolina. Let's talk about something everybody asks me because I'm in Florida. How do you deal with
Hmm.
the snakes and the gator?
Well, I mean, I'm from Edgefield, so we got real big rattlesnakes a couple heads, but we don't have alligators. But down here, you do have alligators. But like I tell everyone else, it's certain spots around here that don't have alligators that only the dog men know, and they can tell you where to go, and they have private spots, and they can tell you, hey, your dog start going that way, you might want to get them. But I mean, I hunt every night and I hunt my best dog. I don't use that as an excuse. If you competition hunting, I'm not going to set my dog all or something. I mean, some people choose to, but I'm a coon hunter. I mean, when it's his time to go, it's his time to go. I'm not looking to put him in danger, but you can catch a dog loose in the wintertime. He can get hit by a car. Anything can happen every time. You take a risk every time you cut a dog loose. But I haven't seen anything that was come in danger with blades.
Yeah.
I mean, toward the end of the game management season, when it was kind of warm and cool, right before game management closed, I seen one small baby gator coming up a branch. It didn't bother me, but I got him. And like knowing people in the area around here, everybody just like home. I haven't been here but maybe 6 months, and I'm more at home than anything. I can go hunt all around this little country and tree community. It's just plenty of people down here in the location that will help
You're blessed. You're blessed to have
you.
that. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't. 'Cause I can tell you, finding spots to hunt Florida's rough.
Hmm.
Really tough. I
I
mean,
moved
it's
down here
tough.
because Sean picked me. He invited me to move down here. A lot of people ask me what made me move down here. Competition hunting. And we got like a group text called the PKC Academy. Me and a couple other, few other young guys my age. We all go to hunts on the weekend and stuff. We talk trash to each other. I mean, we talk trash about each other, dogs and everything. I mean, I'm not gonna go into details, but we really help each other out. And so like exam week for me was going to Black and Tan Day. So I had in my mindset, I said, I'm going to win it all. So I'm like, even though I got 750, I was still disappointed because I didn't win everything. But it still was like we push each other to go better. I mean, we really do got some. We turn them pleasure hunters and competition hunters because if you get people that's in love with the sport to competition hunt, they're gonna go farther than just the average person that's chasing a paycheck. I mean, the paycheck's cool and everything, but you're not making no money when you win it because you're gonna spend it back in hunts anyway.
You know, and it's cool having a group like that. When I rodeoed, man, I rode bulls
Hmm.
for a living for years. And
Hmm.
we all picked on each other. We all ragged each other. But part of that was it made us all better.
Hmm.
You
And we
know, and
communicate how the community's moving, how many we treat. Like we stay on top of everything. I mean, like it's real fun. And when we
yeah,
go on a cast, we make sure the cast is upheld to the standard that it's supposed to be. And if you try to come on the cast and screw us, it kind of don't go that way. Like you think it's gonna go. We try to better each other. I mean, one time I was judging the cast and Sean saw me do something that I wasn't supposed to do. This when I first started. He was just putting a scorecard on me and trying to get. He said, "Don't be like the people that you don't want to be." And I had to sit back and realize, like, okay, let me be more understanding and conservative and like really pay more attention to what I'm doing and how you taking calls. Like you got to know what every dog doing on the cast, just not your dog. And once you can do that, you can win any cast. I believe.
yeah. If not, always be competitive. You know, you're always going to
Hmm.
be there. When you have that kind of attitude and that kind of mindset, you're always going to be there. You
Hmm.
know? So, Darius Ross, man, I tell you, it's been an honor. It's been fun talking
Hmm.
to you. Is there anything you'd like to say or speak you'd like to thank?
Um, I would like to see more people reach out to other people that was like me, because if it wasn't Mr. Tim Kirby, I would never been in competition. But just to think, if it was more people in their 20s and 19-year-olds, like reach out to those young men that you see at the gas station that you might overlook, like, oh, you're not gonna be nothing. Like you'll be surprised how hard and how far he could go. Because I'm not gonna be honest with you, if somebody would have took me up under my wing, I probably been hunting walkers, because if you would have you took me up under your wing, I probably would have been hunting the daylights out of anybody but on the dogs. But nobody never really did take a chance on me. I was just pledge hunting, so I ended up doing my own thing. It worked out in my favor, but I'm just saying you can build somebody up, but you don't never know. You train a young man up just like you training a young dog. I mean, you ain't no telling how hard they'll hunt for you. In that mythology, and my mind thinking, so when I go to smaller clubs, I'm hitting $35. When I go up north, I'm trying to meet other young guys like me, because I know the old heads, they stuck in their ways. Like they can hunt what they want to hunt. They not looking to sponsor you, but if I can network with a guy my age and we can get on Facebook and communicate and keep up with each other, I meet guys my age all the time, and you'd be surprised how many people I met through Facebook and I keep up with. And I just, when I go up north, the Illinois, Florida, I feel at home. Like I feel at home, like I'm comfortable. Like there's a lot of good people I know up north.
Well, and Darius, that's a good attitude to have, brother. I can tell you, man, when you got a community like that, that's what we all
Mm-hmm.
need. There we all
Mm-hmm.
need to help each other more. And that was kind of that's what got me to
Mm-hmm.
doing this podcast. Is I just kind of
Mm-hmm.
wanted to reach out to people, talk to people, and learn more. I don't know everything. There's no way
Yeah.
there's no way I'll never
A lot
ever
of
know.
people down talk competition hunting, which there are crooks, don't get me wrong. But I have met more stand up people, and this sport has changed my life than anything. It wouldn't be no telling where I'd be right now without this sport. With competition hunting, I met some of the best people. Some of the best people. Like
But
you're not gonna meet anywhere else. If you meet a solid coon hunter, you know you got a friend for life.
yeah, with Darius, I'm proud to say you're one of them.
Hopefully. One day I can go down to history. That's what I'm working on. Hopefully.
Well, I'm telling you, man, you're a class act, and I appreciate you coming on here and talking to me. And
Yes, sir.
I really want you to keep driving and working hard. You're going to do big things in this sport, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you
Um,
for having me.
Hey, thanks for having me, brother. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. You too.